Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Fear Prayer. Volume 2, Book 14, Number 64. Narrated by Shu'aib. I asked Az Zuri, did the Prophet ever offer the fear prayer? Az Zuri said, I was told by Salim that Abdullah bin Umar the first had said, I took part in a holy battle with Allah's apostle in Najd. We faced the enemy and arranged ourselves in rows. Then Allah's apostle, P. B. U. H. stood up to lead the prayer, and one party stood to pray with him while the other faced the enemy. Allah's apostle, P. B. U. H. and the former party bowed and performed 2 prostrations. Then that party left and took the place of those who had not prayed. Allah's apostle prayed 1 rak'ah with the latter, and performed 2 prostrations and finished his prayer with taslim. Then every one of them bowed once and performed 2 prostrations individually. Volume 2, Book 14, Number 65. Narrated by Nafi. Ibn Umar said something similar to Mujahid, saying, whenever Muslims and non-Muslims stand face to face in battle, the Muslims can pray while standing. Ibn Umar added, the Prophet said, if the number of the enemy is greater than the Muslims, they can pray while standing or riding, individually. Volume 2, Book 14, Number 66. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. Once the Prophet, P. B. U. H. led the fear prayer and the people stood behind him. He said Takbir, Allahu Akbar, and the people said the same. He bowed and some of them bowed. Then he prostrated and they also prostrated. Then he stood for the 2nd rak'ah, and those who had prayed the 1st rak'ah left and guarded their brothers. The second party joined him and performed bowing and prostration with him. All the people were in prayer, but they were guarding one another during the prayer. Volume 2, Book 14, Number 67. Narrated by Jabir bin Abdullah. On the day of the Khandak, Umar came, cursing the disbelievers of Quraysh, and said, O Allah's apostle, I have not offered the Asr prayer and the sun has set. The Prophet replied, by Allah, I too have not offered the prayer yet. The Prophet then went to Buthan, performed ablution and performed the Asr prayer after the sun had set, and then offered the Maghrib prayer after it. Volume 2, Book 14, Number 68. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. Allah's apostle, P. B. U. H. offered the Fajr prayer when it was still dark, then he rode and said, Allah Akbar. Khaybar is ruined. When we approach near to a nation, the most unfortunate is the mourning of those who have been warned. The people came out into the streets saying, Muhammad and his army. Allah's apostle vanquished them by force and their warriors were killed. The children and women were taken as captives. Safiya was taken by Dihya al-Kalbi, and later she belonged to Allah's apostle Go, who married her, and her ma was her manumission.